Well, hopefully you got a good night's sleep last night, but if you didn't, you are certainly not alone. Insomnia is what we are talking about in this morning's Maryland Peace of Mind series, where we address mental health issues. And we're joined this morning by Dr. David Neubauer, Associate Professor of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences at Johns Hopkins Medicine. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning to you. I'm always happy to talk about sleep and its importance.
Why do some people get insomnia and not others?
There's so many factors that influence our sleep. Sometimes it's simply our behaviors and our tending to do things that don't facilitate our ability to fall asleep or stay asleep. Sometimes there are particular sleep disorders. Sometimes there are medications that might influence sleep. But I always like to emphasize the infrastructure that's true for everyone. There are basic biological processes that regulate our sleep-wake cycle, and the degree to which we reinforce those, the greater likelihood is that we're going to sleep better.
So some people are natural worriers. Some people don't worry about very much at all. But I think it's safe to say that in the last year, everyone has something that they have been worried about. How have you seen this intensify the sleep issue?
It certainly is absolutely the fact that a lot of people have slept worse during the pandemic. There's worry about their own health, the health of their families, their finances, of the world in general. And so that anxiety undermines the ability to fall asleep and sort of linger through the night and increase the likelihood of awakenings. And aside from the pandemic, there are stressors for all of us in our lives that can affect our sleep.
So why, when we're asleep, that should be our safe time. Why can't our brains just not shut off during that time?
Well, so anxiety has a lot to do with it, but another factor is simply what we're doing throughout the 24-hour cycle. We focus on sleep at nighttime, but it's really a function of what we're doing all day long as well. And so, when I'm trying to help people sleep better, I want to start at the foundation of the biology and our association with circadian rhythms that regulate the sleep-wake cycle. And I think, one key thing that people need to keep in mind, if they're going to get enough sleep, they have to be in bed long enough. There are a lot of people who
Sure.
are staying up a lot later at nighttime than the time that they would have been able to fall asleep. So it sounds really simple, but going to bed is really important in order to get enough sleep. And then secondarily, being active during the daytime, because, nighttime sleep is part of this whole rhythm. And so being active in the daytime, getting sunlight in particular, can be very beneficial. And then thirdly, winding down in the evening. People ask me often, should I try taking melatonin to try to sleep better? Because melatonin is a hormone that we naturally produce that facilitates our ability to fall asleep at night. But we're so often under so much light in the evening, whether it is the lights
Sure.
in our bedrooms or around the house, or a screen, a phone, a laptop, or something like that, that tends to suppress our melatonin. And so the quick answer is try to minimize a lot of bright light and screen exposure close to the face as bedtime is approaching.
Well, Dr. Neubauer, I wish we had more time to keep talking to you, but unfortunately we have to go. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Been a pleasure. Thank you.